So, are you ready for a challenge? Well, today we're going to go ahead and try to do this with the Historic Brawl deck featuring Amalia Benavides Aguirre. And we're going to go ahead and try to get her up to her 20 counter blow up everything trigger and see how often we can get that to happen. Because that's part of what this challenge is to set her off and only win with her killing the opponent. So as I said, this is going to be my challenge deck. Now, back in October, I said I was going to, for the Brawloween season, I said I was going to start doing these Historic Brawl decks as more of a challenge type format to make it a little more harder and a little more interesting to watch. The problem is this challenge is very, very difficult. I picked probably one of the harder things to start off with because the idea here is Amalia needs to set off her 20 counters and then kill the opponent. And I only ever pulled that off, I think, one time. The rest of the games, I usually ended up just beating them up with Amalia being able to punch through, or they just scooped because they didn't want to see what was about to happen. So in that vein, let's take a look at the deck. This is Amalia Benavides Aguirre for a black and white 2/2 Vampire Scout ward, pay 3 life, and then if you gain life, she explores, put a counter on her, or if there's a non-land thing on top, or if it's a land, you put it in your hand, so it acts as a pseudo card draw. And then if her power is 20 exactly, and that actually matters, then you blow up everything else except for her. So it's really good. It's fun to play. We're going to, pack in a bunch of the ETB gain a life trigger creatures. We're going to pack in the stuff that when things die, you get to drain your opponent and gain life. We have things in here that allow us to pump her power. We have things that let us boost her back up. And if our opponents are gaining life, because the idea is to get them below 20, so when she hits 20, she can just swing and kill them. But if just in case they have an indestructible blocker left behind or something like that, we have ways of giving her trample with like Shadow Spear. We have ways of giving flying with Maul of the Skyclaves. There's a few options to kind of get things out of the way or go up and over them. Or if they've been gaining life, we have ways of granting her double strike as well. So instead of 20, she'll deal 40. So as long as they're below 40 when you have one of those cards, they're dead. Alela, Artful, Provocateur. All right, let's try it this. We'll try this hand. So welcome to my first challenge deck in Historic Brawl. If you skip the intro, the idea behind this as a challenge is to make it so that I am killing my opponent with Amalia and nothing else that is the finishing blow. In ideal terms, we'd be able to do Amalia, set her off at 20 and one-shot him with the 20 damage, because we do have a little bit of life drain and some ancillary life linking creatures and things like that, but we are going to have to wait and see if we can pull that one off. Let's do black market connections because I want the cards. This is actually the second attempt I've had today of trying to record this, because the first attempt I just got stomped on. Just my luck has been bad. Either I've been drawing just way too many lands, not enough lands, or I'm coming up against like just these slow, meandering decks that just completely just stomp on me, and I don't like it. All right, so let's do a Johnny's Welcome. Let's do Amalia. So that'll trigger, and then we'll play the Luminarch Aspirant. This will trigger, and I can put a counter on her. I'm playing the Aspirant and its counterpart, the Siege Veteran, so that I can do counter tricks and stack her up, because we need to get her to 20 power as quickly as possible. That's why there's also equipment in here that boosts her power up, because it doesn't care that there's 20 counters, it just wants 20 power. Alright, there's a land tax. It's the beginning of the upkeep if they control more land. Well, I don't think you're gonna get there. I guess we'll just put it on Amalia for now. Take action. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, hey, a banishing land. I like it. So we're gonna do vampires, so because that counts for Alenda as well as anything else that's going on here. Let's do Alenda the Dusk Rose. So we'll get a Johnny's Welcome trigger. We'll get an Alenda the Dusk Rose trigger. I'll keep that on top. Wait. Oh, when they die, it's not a life linking trigger. Oops. Oh well. Sure. We'll just Cold Steel her for now. We'll make it black. Yeah, because I have white mana in my hand. We'll make her bigger, not attacking. And I can also, if they do something about Amalia, I can start dumping counters on Alela with the Luminarch. So it just made sense to put them together. Oh, don't tell me they had that stupid infinite life drain combo. I think Vito is gonna be the one I hit with that Vanishing Light of the Swords. I do not like that freaking card. Yeah, we'll just keep hitting her up. Take action. Wow, I'm already at 4? I didn't realize that. Alright, so we're gonna... I think I'm just gonna nail Vito to the floor at this point. Alright, so white mana. Let's do LSL Core. Because I need the life. Either pull a land off the deck, or hey, I'll take that. Let's do Bastion. Yes. So this will give me another couple of triggers here. Yep. Give me life. Give me trigger. Yep. All right, we're gonna Swords Vito. Like, he can just go far, far away. No life drain shenanigans for you. Alright, so let's put the counter on Amalia, because that's what we're here to do. And I'm actually going to attack with Alela here because I want the life gain trigger on her. Let's get rid of this swamp. And then Ring's going to trigger. Don't care about that at this point. Get out of here. And then let's go ahead and drop the Shadow Spear. Just get it on the board. Be mana efficient. So we're gonna have to stop using Black Market so heavily. We've been really sucking the life out of ourselves doing this stuff. But Vito had to go because all they would have had to do is give everything lifelink and then swing, and I was dead. So Amalia's at 10. Okay. I'll get a 1/1 out of that, which is fine. It gives me more triggers off of Amalia, gets me digging deeper into the deck, because that's what I love about Explore. It doesn't matter how, like, what you hit in most cases, because you're digging in deeper and deeper into the deck. So if you hit a land cluster like that, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna come trucking through. Yep. Yeah, this is dangerous with the Annoying Procession, because now they can get a bunch of stuff on there. Alright, so God, how greedy can I be? I think I do one and not the other. Like, I have to do the treasure part. Ooh, never mind. I think I can kill them. Yeah, we'll just create the treasure. Because if I can't stop this, I'm going to be in trouble. All right, they're at 19. Oh. Come on. Let me double strike you to death. Dang it. Teysa Karlov. All right, it is a death trigger deck. All right. Don't mind me. I'm actually just setting myself an alarm to pick up my child off the bus here in just a little bit. And I didn't get it in before the game started. But my brain is a little broken after the last game we played, because, yeah, things didn't work out the way I thought they would. I beat an Aragorn Uniter deck. I'm not putting it in, though, because it was not a challenge deck win. Amalia did not kill them. It was actually Children that killed them. We'll go with Black Market Connections here. I want the mana off of it and the cards. Because I can gain back the life off of the Cruel Celebrant and Daxos coming down. Could do Daxos plus Amalia next turn, which would work out pretty well. So let's do that. Let's do Daxos. And then let's play Amalia. Amalia is going to trigger twice. So that gets us a land deeper. 2 lands deeper. Okay. So we're gonna have some digging action going on here real soon. There's Teysa. So things are gonna start dying here. We're gonna start getting drained, probably. I mean, they can swing. I'm gonna block it. I mean, they're gonna gain the life regardless. So there's almost 0 point in taking the 2 damage when Daxos will survive, anyways. All right. So ding ding. Let's do... What do I do with that? Do I do Cleric class? I'm just trying to think of like what the best option here is. Or do I dig deeper? I think actually we're going to do Cruel Celebrant. We'll get 2 triggers, so she'll dig 2 deeper. I think this digs us a little deeper than what... I don't need that right now because I have the Celebrant. And then let's do the Starving Revenant, because I have not played this card yet. I opened it, and I have yet to play it. Alright, so that gives us triggers. I'll keep that. And then we'll play the Cleric class anyways. We probably could have played that first, just to prevent ourselves from taking the excess damage. I don't need white mana very much right now. So... 1 second, my dog that's laying here wants down. Ouch. Okay, well. We at least gained some life back out of that, but not great. So again, block, no point in not doing it. Because we need all the life we can get, because this deck is very life hungry. We'll go ahead and do both again. I'll play a Swamp, because they know about the Swamp. I can play Amalia, but I don't have... Well, wait. Do I have 3 mana available? Yes, I do. We're going to replay Amalia, because I have 3 mana available to flash in the Mithril Coat. So we have the ability to Mithril Coat her, keep her alive. I will keep that. Because what I can do is... I'm going to discard a Swamp and a Godless Shrine, because I don't need to shock myself for a Godless Shrine now. What we can do is we can put the Mithril Coat on Amalia and then just play Invasion and just blow up the world, essentially. And everything but Amalia would blow up. So... But I need them to try to remove her, because I need a response to do it. Ah, they went to that stuff. Dang it. Alright. We're gonna have to sit on this. And we'll just go ahead and do it. We've been gaining enough life that we can afford to just keep drawing cards for the moment. Let's use the Swamp that they know about. Let's Light of Promise on Amalia, because we have the ability to flash in the Mithril Coat. So if they have a removal spell here, I can in response do it. We have 6 mana, so I can do 1 more spell that's not larger than 3. Let's do the One Ring, because that gives us cards. So we're going to pass the turn, because it costs 4 mana to activate Cleric class, so there's no point in doing that. I want them to try to remove Amalia, and then that way I can save her, and we can do all the fun stuff I was talking about with the Invasion of Fiora. Which was another thing I replaced the Urza's Ruinous Blast that I had in the deck with. I can't remember if I'm leaving that part in the video or not, but I was talking about how I had Urza's Ruinous Blast in the original iteration of the stack, and it just didn't do enough, because the idea was, okay, I blow everything up, and then Amalia survives, but it doesn't really work. So... Pest blockers. Again, we're just gonna have to do this until I can get rid of Jadar, because that Jadar is just a pain. Alright, so they're not giving me many options here. She can be the ring bearer. So how does that work? Can't greater power. So equal power can block. We're gonna draw a card. We'll just do another big hit. It's okay. We got the ability to do this. All right. Roaming Throne gives us the ability to name vampire, so all of our vampires will double trigger, including Amalia's trigger for life gains and exploring, because the idea here is to get her up as quickly as we can to 20 and nuke the board and then nuke them. So Amalia is going to go quite ham here. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on top. Wow. That is a lot of dumb triggers there. Yep. Wow. Can I kill them? Like, I'm trying to think, can I kill them? I can't draw the card, though. That's the bad part. If I play this, I still have enough. She's gonna do her thing. So, more triggers. Yep, just leave it on top. Alright, we finally got there. We finally got her to blow off the board. So we got Blood Artist triggers going everywhere. That was a lot of stuff that just died. And I still have the mana to protect Amalia from being removed, because now they have all the incentive in the world to try to blow her up. Wow, that was a lot of Blood Art. Oh, because they're vampires. Everything double triggered. Oh my god. I forgot. So yeah, they were dead, because there was 28 triggers of vampires going on the stack twice. And then Amalia was going to swing for 20. They were toast. Witch King of Angmar. Alright, so this would make you sack your stuff, which sucks, because I faced that card earlier, and I had to get rid of it. Luckily, it wasn't part of the command. It was actually part of their 99, but it's just like, oh boy. Yeah, not a fun thing to deal with. Alright, so we have two options next turn. It's either going to be Daxos if we draw white, or it's going to be Impassioned Order if we don't. Alright, we're going to do Daxos. There's no reason to play Amalia without the life gain stuff on the board first, or a protection spell on hand to keep her alive, especially against mono black. Alright, so they're going to have all the sacrifice fodder in the world, unless... Now I'm trying to think, Seal would probably be the better thing on a Bitter Blossom, because I want to be able to punch through their stuff. Yeah, I'm going to seal the Bitter Blossom. And then I'll just go ahead and attack with Daxos. There's no reason to sit back on this right now. If they want to just keep, remaking a 1/1 zombie army, they can do that. But I'm not gonna let them keep spitting out 1/1 fairies to keep blocking Amalia and blocking my other stuff over and over and over again right now. And they could get some way of dealing with that in a little bit. Alright, so they got the one. The rat. So they make the rat and they eat the card out of the graveyard, because it's been a while since I've seen that card. Alright, so we're gonna do... We'll play Amalia, we'll play the Blood Artist. Alright, that gives us a land, which is nice. So that gives us another chance at a trigger. We'll leave that on top. No attacks, because no point. And I can bounce their creatures off of Daxos for a little while. If they don't, play the kill everything game here, I can settle them in a turn or two, which is kind of what I want to do. I want to settle the wreckage, their board. Unfortunately, settle the wreckage is kind of a non-bow with Tyrian Soul Cleaver, because stuff has to die in order to get that to trigger. Alright, I'll probably sit with settle and shelter open just so I can nuke their stuff. It also doesn't really work all that well with naming Vampire. It also doesn't work all that well with the Blood Artist, because you got to be able to, things got to die for it too. Same thing with Daxos. But Settle the Wreckage is such a great removal spell. It is one of the best removal spells in the game, and it needs to be played more. Like, you catch people so unaware at times. They don't realize that you have it, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh crap. All right, Shieldred, fine. Go ahead, swing out. Please swing out. All right. Just the Witch King? Boo. You know what? I'm gonna actually settle them for just the Witch King, because I can use Shelter to give her protection down the line here and start smacking them around. But I want to have them replay him. Because that's actually a better thing for us. Because they need one more land to play him back out. Yeah, we're going to draw. Yeah, we're going to take damage. Alright, so play the land, play the order. I probably should have played Heliod first. Matter of fact, I know I should have played Heliod first. That can go. That was a screw up. But that's fine. We'll just keep making Amalia bigger. Hey, there's Aether Flux Reservoir. That's fun. Those can't block. That's got Death Touch, though. So, yeah, no. Ideally, we can keep them down below 20 and then just blow everything up. But I don't have the mana for the Shelter at this point, so they're going to have to pay the 3 life. We'll lose her, but that's okay. But that just means the Witch King's not coming back down to haunt me. That's weird. Like, okay. I mean, was that a mass that... Well, I guess it was important because now it's a 6/6, and I think that gives that thing lifelink. I'm gonna put the counters on Heliod so I can block the army. If they want to swing with it, it's dead. You can gain your life, but I'm killing it. I had no way of getting back the artifact anyways, so I'm not that concerned. Alright, draw. Alright, so we have the Aether Flux on hand. But we don't have enough mana to do much with it. We have enough to play the Aether Flux, and that's just about it. Alright, so we're going to pass. Got to keep the Shelter up, because if they have an exile effect like E2 Extinction or something like that, then they can hit Heliod. And I want to be able to catch that. Plus, we can always cast Shelter and gain life and put another counter on Heliod too. All right, beginning of combat, they're doing that. All right, they're just chewing up the Settle, which is fine. So we have the ability to play Amalia back out next turn. We have the Shelter still if they don't do that. And it's like, I have an indestructible blocker. Why would you do that? Yeah, I think they've wised up all of a sudden. All right, we have Alenda. Okay. That might change my mind on some things. I think for now we'll just replay Amalia. I think that's the better play. Because then we get life gain triggers to help her, plus if they want to target it, they have to pay life. I'm going to make Heliod bigger, because this is going to keep getting bigger, so I need to make sure that I'm able to kill it if they swing with it. And we'll keep the shelter up. We have 2 life gain triggers going down. Plus, I can put the 2 counters off of the Heliod onto Amalia. So Amalia, at bare minimum, is going to be a 4/4 hitting when it hits the board, if it hits the board. Like, I don't know what the holdup is. Because I don't see an activated ability that's holding priority for them. So we're gonna keep stacking the counters on her. Do I care about that? Yeah, because I can kill the Witch King with it. Alright, so she's gonna keep going up. She'll be a 6/6 because I have the card on top of the deck. Not attacking. Because if anything dies, I get to start pinging them with damage, which gets me back up too. We've actually gained a sizable chunk of life out of this so far, between the reservoir and the 2 ETB life gainers, because that way. Choose a different card. Okay, so we're gonna do shelter on her. Because we're gonna lose the card anyways, because they're gonna make us discard it. Between Alela and that's the stronger card. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So she'll be an 8/8, and I'm gonna give her Pro Black. So unless they have an instant speed removal spell in hand right now, they can't stop me from doing that. All right, so there's the Virtue of Persistence. So go ahead, make me discard the Virtue of Persistence. I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Alright, so Amalia and Heliod are my big thrashy beats. They could swing with the 10/10 because it has lifelink, which would suck if they do that. I think... what? Oh, because I can't block it except for that. I was like, why are you swinging with that? It's like, oh, yeah, because I'd lose my Blood Artist. And I don't want to do that until I put the Tyrian Soul Cleaver on there. And that's fine. Let's do Soul Cleaver here. Because I want... That way, if they start killing things or things start dying, at least I have a way to deal with it. Alela's coming down. Because I want the life gain triggers. I want all this stuff going on. And if things start dying, there's going to be a lot of triggers going on. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep that. Because that guarantees the counters. And the nice part is if Amalia pops off, essentially, within the next couple of turns, she'll have double strike and she'll be able to punch through everything anyways. So even if they get back above 20, I'll be able to one-shot them. Which is kind of the idea. So they have the Nazgul. I can't swing into that. We're at 12. Need life gain. I'm trying to think of like the play here. Their biggest problem right now is actually Daxos and the Impassioned Order. Because as those trigger, she just rapidly grows. I need 6 life gain triggers in order to get her. Whoa. Oh, they wave the white flag. Okay. I want to look at this really quick, just from my perspective. Like if I were to block, start blocking things, block Shieldred with Alela, or actually I'd block Shieldred with Heliod. Amalia would block Skitter, or actually, he blocked the 11-11. She blocked the 11-11. I would probably block some rats. Alela would probably block the Nazgul or the Lord Skitter, and I'd probably just leave the Blood Artist there. All that stuff would start dying. Amalia would start triggering off. And actually, yeah, what I probably would do in this case is block all the rats, take the damage. All the Blood Artist triggers would start going off. And then Amalia would trigger and blow up all their remaining stuff. Jetmir. Oh boy. So this might be hard to pull off. This challenge has been proven to be just almost impossible to pull off. Though I do like the Blind Obedience in the opening hand, just to get their stuff comes into play tapped. So we'll start off with Blind Obedience, because then I can start draining them down, and that'll give us Amalia triggers. I can blow up the Signet. I mean, they can play Jetmir. They have Morale, which is fine. I think the correct play is get rid of the Arcane Signet. Because one soldier is not going to matter, and I have Banishing Light for morale. Because if I can keep him off the red, then Jetmir can't come down anyways. So I'm not that overly concerned. Alright, we'll take the hit. I want... Yeah, I'm gonna Banishing Light and probably just extort that this turn, so she can't keep replicating stuff. Now, they might have a protection spell available to them. So yeah, we're gonna auto-pay, drain them, get the life back. Morale can go. Okay, they didn't have the protection spell, and that's fine. I'm not attacking because I want the cards. Because we're gonna have to dig a little deeper here. Fortunately, my speaker seems to have moved over in front of my monitor. Wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, so we're gonna do the whole card drawing thing. Alright, so that gives me a land, which is good. Amalia can come down, Siege Veteran can come down. Or I can just play Amalia and leave protection up, do this extort, and just leave the protection up and running. That might be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and auto-pay that just to drain them. I'm gonna pass because they could have Swords to Plowshares or something of that nature, or they could have their own Banishing Lights. Destroy all creatures. Well, that doesn't do me any good there, unfortunately. Alright, so we can both draw some cards. And... yeah, there's nothing I do about it. It's not an indestructible spell, so... oh, they got the red mana, so now Jetmir can come online. Alright, there's Daxos, which is kind of nice. So if I do... let's do Daxos. Not gonna extort this. And then let's do Siege Veteran. Then I can put a counter on Daxos and make him just a little bit bigger on the backside to help us block. Of course, I could also be running right into another board wipe. They're looking at the Siege Veteran, so I'm guessing a burn spell. Maybe Exile. I don't know. Oh no, they're just gonna pull Jetmir. Okay. That's fine. Bitter Triumph can say hello to that. I still didn't draw the land. It's so frustrating. If I drew a land, I would do this, but I can't. So, yeah, we're just gonna pay 3 life and smash Jetmir in the teeth. And decline, because I actually want that mana open for the Mithril Coat or the Shelter, because I might just flash Mithril Coat out onto Daxos if they decide to try to blow something up. Yeah. Next, yeah, we'll put a counter here. Spread the wealth. Let's get them below the threshold for Amalia to finish them up. End the turn. We'll just kind of sit and wait. I mean, they can replay Jetmir here, but you find a Cursed Idol. I cannot give that protection, and I cannot save it. So, but she's a 3/4 that sits there and does nothing, so I'm okay with this. Well, it's not mana, but it's something I can use. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drain them. I'm not concerned about morale so much because of what I have going on. Can I replay her? No, I thought she was lit up. Let's do... Let's do the Black Blade. I'll go ahead and hit him again. Got to get our life up while we can, because that deck can hit hard out of nowhere. And we'll make her a little bigger so she can help with the blocking, and it keeps Morel from being able to smack us. Of course, Daxos does the same thing, but he's fragile in that if they kill like the Siege Veteran and have like some kind of pump or give double strike, then it doesn't matter. Fumigate. Okay. They really didn't like what I was doing. Alright, so that's 2 board wipes they burned. And they got a Tireless Provisioner out. So now that I have the mana, let's get Amalia online. That gives me 3 mana. I'm going to decline because I want to be able to either Mithril Coat or Shelter. And you know what? Screw it. They're tapped out. I'm Mithril Coating now while they have only that 1 mana. Like, worst case scenario, they might have had a Swords to Plowshares, but we're going to make sure they can't blow this up with another board wipe. They have to have Exile at this point. Oh boy, that could get it. Alright. So what to do here? Could do Black Blade Equip. She's an 8/8. I think I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna extort. And meh, don't need that. We're going for the blow up the world, smash them in the teeth. But I'm gonna swing because I want them to have to eat that Provisioner. Yeah, because they weren't going to 7 against an indestructible 10/10. But Amalia is now big enough that she can. They're gonna blow up my sword. I know what they're gonna do. So now, because that'll shrink her down. You can't blow up Mithril Coat. And that's fine. It sucks, though, because now she can't. And I think Blind Obedience is about to bite it. Now, alright, so that gives me, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crap, not enough mana to wipe that board out. I'm going to have to sit back on Teferi's Protection this next turn. Because we've lost all of our life gain and we do not have enough mana to nuke 7/7s and 8/8s. Oh, wow, that's... Okay, there goes my Arcane Signet. So we're really short on mana now. Unless they're just going to do... Okay, they just gained the life and created another Rhino. So they're just building the board up. Alright, let's do Trespasser's Curse. Because we need some kind of life gain triggers, and we're going to have to sit on the Teferi's Protection. So, just put the counter over here. Hopefully, we get enough life. Like, maybe they go off and Mirror March triggers a bunch of times, and then Trespasser's Curse just causes all kinds of hell to break loose. I mean, that would be the most ideal situation, but... Alright, so they generated another Jetmir. Alright, we're going to leave that on top, only for the fact that it gives us a constant trigger source if we need it. And then I'm just going to Teferi's Protection. So... Because we need a Wing and a Prayer right now to survive. Alright, I mean, is Teferi's Protection that hard on the game client that it caused all that to slow down? Alright, so we're going to play at Plains. I could Meat Hook for 4 or 5? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would leave Jetmir and all the Rhinos dead, and then leave us susceptible to just getting blown out by the Titans. I think... I'm trying to think what the right play here is. I think go to second main, put a counter on Amalia, don't attack. Meat hook for... I think it's meat hook for 5. And that leaves me with this... Okay, it leaves me the 1 mana for the Dire. With the Dire Moon. And then I can play it out. I mean, I still got to deal with the 2 bozos over there, but at least Jetmir's not involved with pumping and double striking my face off. And the vampire can at least, you know, wipe out one of those. Okay, never mind. They had a removal spell. So we have Shelter, which is okay. Cigar Splendor is pretty good. And we have a white spell in hand, too, which is nice. Alright, she's indestructible. I'm blocking this one. So that gets rid of one of the problem children over there. Alright, so we're going to play Cigar de Splendor. We're just going to let it sit. Past turn. I'm going to make sure they don't have an exile effect or anything like that that could just blow us out of the game. Alright, so they're just going to keep going. Defiler of Faith. Okay. Well, give me the trigger. That can go. We need better answers than Ornithopters of Paradise right now. Alright, pass to attackers. They're not going to attack right now. Alright. I'm trying to debate whether... You know what? Screw it. We're going to get this... We're going to do this to draw the card. And... whatever. Green. Oh, Shadow Spear's good. Alright, so we'll get... Oh, give me life gain triggers. Crap. Alright, Roaming Throne. Naming a Vampire. Shadow Spear. We're going to equip it to Amalia. Amalia is a 10/10 life-linking just death beast right now. I think I'm going to attack. I don't think I can sit back on this. I think I have to. Wow. What a brick. That's another problem with Amalia's triggers is you're not guaranteed anything you need. Yeah, Get Lost can stay on there. Go ahead, make some Prosperous Innkeepers for me. I love her going up in power. Let's see, it dictated that much. It's fine. I won't draw the cards. But I have a Get Lost coming, which is good. Let's try and see what we got on top. Not good enough. Not good enough. Get Lost can get rid of this. We'll gain a life. We'll get our... Ooh, hello. I like that card. It's like you can have your silly map tokens. They have to block now or they're dead. Come on, Amalia. Finish this game off. She tramples. Ooh, right up to the line. All right. They don't have enough creatures to make me want to keep that now. Come on, please let me finish you off with Amalia. I don't get the opportunity all that often. Everybody just gives up. I mean, I know most people would, but... I tend to like letting stuff play out. A pugnacious pugilist. They took their own way out. Okay. Bravo, bravo. Nice. So what did you guys think? I'm sorry I didn't really capture the challenge I was trying to do here. I was trying to get it to so she blow up everything. And like the one time that it actually happened, the opponent basically scooped it up right as it was about to start happening. And every other time it just ended up with either Amalia beating them down and winning, or I got blown up myself. So that said, if you play this deck, do not play it how I'm playing it. Don't try to, win off of only letting Amalia blow up the world and then swing. You're going to lose a lot of games that way, as I have proven to myself in the last 2 days that I've been trying to record this. However, I will say if you build this just as a good thing, there's great spells in here. Two all-stars that stood out to me in all the stuff that I've been doing. Actually, three all-stars, I should say. One, Aetherflux Reservoir. Every time you cast a spell, you're gaining life. And it's an instance of life gain that's going to cause her to explore each time. Same thing goes here with Roaming Throne. You name Vampire, she's going to trigger twice every time you gain life. So then she's going to go up a couple notches that way. The other one that came out really good here is Sigarda Splendor. Most of the deck is white. There's a lot of black here, but a lot of it's also black and white. So every time you play a white spell, you're going to gain a life, and it gives you card draw as well. So you're going to have great ways of doing that. You also gain so much life in this deck that the One Ring is really, really good in here too. So you're able to just outdraw your opponents most of the time and win the game that way. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to come up with another challenge deck here in the next few days, and we'll have that up soon.